Hey guys, have you ever wondered to yourself, is Hasan Piker really that bad of a guy? Well, you've come to the right place. Hi, John Tectone. You can watch me every day at 9 a.m. CST on rumble.com/Tectone, completely uncensored. Or you can watch me right here at your home, youtube.com/Tectone, not in your house. Well, another clip has resurfaced of Hasan Piker, who was once on speaking terms, who was on multiple collaborations with one of the greatest goddamn people in America by the name of Charlie Kirk. And a clip resurfaced of him dancing and celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, which I would like to remind you, 2 days before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Hasan encouraged somebody to kill Charlie Kirk. He said, and I quote, "Somebody needs to kill that guy." Absolutely fucking insane. So here is Hasan Piker to being very, very, very necessarily being called out for his wrong deeds. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you think Hasan Piker addressed the claims coming his way or attacked the person making those claims? Let's find out. Hasan Piker dances to Indian "We Are Charlie Kirk" and then introduces David Dacon of the American Prospect. This is a clip of Hasan dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave.
Oh, this is really funny. Guys that have spent every waking moment making unbelievably racist memes, crying over this.
Okay. So far, we're not addressing the claim. We're just making personal attacks by the guy who made it. Let's keep going.
The fact that Hasan could treat people he was once on good terms with like this proves he's a complete degenerate freak with no morals.
This got 5.8 thousand likes, by the way. Very, very, very valid criticism. I think it's very weird to celebrate the death of someone who you were once, in affiliation with.
Every single one of these...
Especially because I would like to remind you, Charlie Kirk was assassinated in front of his wife and children. It was broadcasted across the world. His entire family saw that, of him being wrongfully assassinated because he was merely speaking his mind and encouraging other people to do so.
Every single one of these.
I firmly believe that Charlie Kirk, if he were still alive, he would be one of our future presidents. I do, because he had the ability to get people to communicate, and people really don't want civil discourse. They don't. They want people to be violent. They want people to yell and scream at each other. They want people to only insult each other. They don't want people to actually be able to talk and get somewhere with their issues.
Edgy posters that literally almost exclusively joke about like raping people. Like most of these guys.
So very interesting, Hasan. You say you have a problem with people joking about people raping people. But what's very interesting is when the Muslim terrorists were reported raping mass amounts of women and they gave their personal testimonies with forensic evidence, you denied that. I would like to remind you, you also called the rape inquiry a hoax. I would like to remind you that your best friend is actually an accused serial rape. And it's very interesting how you say other people's allegations of rape aren't serious or are serious. But then when it's your best friend, you say they aren't serious. It also is very interesting because you yourself went to a confirmed human trafficked brothel with children at there, confirmed that you had sex with the prostitutes of that human trafficked brothel, and you never said what age the person of whom you slept with was. So I find it very interesting how you're so holier than thou when talking about rape jokes, but when it comes to real rapes, you don't give a fuck. Very interesting, don't you think?
Most of these guys, their entire output is just like doing rape jokes, right? Rape this, rape that. They're so edgy. And every single one of them, in between their George Floyd AI compilations.
George Floyd jokes are infinitely better than Charlie Kirk jokes. Let me explain to you why. The reason why it's okay to make fun of George Floyd, which I don't do, by the way. Well, maybe I have in the past, but I don't really make it a habit. Hold up. Never forget Hasan Diddy Epstein Piker went to a child brothel, was at an Epstein party that he bragged about minor type images being on a big screen. Very true. Very true thing with the $5. Charlie Kirk was a proud father who got assassinated wrongfully for speaking his mind live on television in front of his family and his children. George Floyd was a violent criminal who had been charged for robbery, theft, even assault on a pregnant woman. He was not killed via an assassination. He died of a drug overdose because he's a fucking retard. People often say, what would George Floyd be doing right now if he were still alive? I'll tell you what he'd be doing. He'd be rotting in fucking jail But instead, a police officer is rotting in jail because it's a show trial. And they understand that this white man has to spend the rest of his life in jail because if they don't, then all these black people are going to freak the fuck out because they have to say, oh no, he killed him and shit. When in reality, by the way, if you check the autopsy, it's confirmed. No damage to George Floyd's neck, no damage done to his chest or lungs whatsoever, as well as he had a fatal amount of drugs in his body, as well as the police officer who's arrested for killing him used the taught techniques to restrain him because George Floyd was resisting arrest. Let me tell you, if you don't want to get beat up by the police, then stop resisting arrest. And by the way, the famous quote, "I can't breathe," when the police officer was restraining him, he was also saying in the back of the police car when nobody was touching him. So if you want to know why George Floyd is dead, it's because he killed himself. Let's keep going here.
And rape jokes have taken the time out of their day to cry about this. Okay? Sorry, buddy. I'm carrying the motherfucking flame. Perhaps you should do the same.
Hasan's carrying the flame by dancing on the grave of one person he was on a first-name basis with and was cordial with. Less than a year after his horrific assassination.
Okay? Yeah. It's always the same. It's like, oh, well, how dare you? How dare you not respect my in-group? Like, this is really messed up. This is really messed up. You're being really disrespectful. You're right. Only in America we could get something like this. Oh, no, he's going to eat them. Oh, my.
So I'd like to remind you that Hasan Piker, once again, when met with criticism, never addresses it and merely personally attacks the person who's making it because he's too fucking stupid to dismantle the argument because he knows the poster's right. Now we have another post of Hasan going in on Ethan Klein, XUC, and Asmongold, and Destiny, I believe.
Enemies that he thinks need to be put down. Myself, Ludwig, Cutie Cinderella, all these other content creators on the internet that he claims have actually reduced his position that he deserves. Never taking credit, never taking.
I want to make this very clear. I'm not a fan of Destiny. I thought his old debates back in the day were interesting versus that one black guy who says, amazing. But if you associate heavily with Hasan and you draw the line of associating yourself with Destiny, Hasan is infinitely worse than Destiny, so you're just retarded if you think that is the correct position to have.
Any kind of accountability, never taking accountability whatsoever for his own actions, constantly.
That's very rich coming from Hasan.
Redirecting the attention at a moment's notice back to others that have unjustly maligned him, right?
I would like to say Destiny has been banned permanently because he made a transphobic comment, which was, by the way, completely accurate.
Perhaps for that reason, Ethan Klein and Destiny are two peas in a pod. Perfect together. Not only because of their very unhealthy fascination, dare I say, sexual obsession with the likes of myself, the likes of Denims, Caseytron.
I don't even know what he's even trying to say besides maybe if I just defame these people enough, my brain dead, retarded audience will actually believe me, but I don't even know where this comment even came from. It's embarrassing someone who poises themselves as someone who's supposed to be like this super intellectual has to result to saying, oh yeah, they hate me because they're psychosexually obsessed with me. It's just honestly fucking embarrassing.
Frogan, numerous others. But also because they're both narcissistic weirdos who...
I would also like to remind you, the only reason why Ethan Klein has issues with anybody is because they came after his wife and children and said that Ethan Klein was raping his own kids. Which, by the way, if you don't think Ethan Klein's in the right for defending himself for people saying that, I think you're fucking retarded.
Literally will never take accountability and self-reflect. It's always someone else to blame. It's always someone else that's fucking them over. It's never their own fault.
I would love to know how you think Ethan Klein being accused of him molesting his own children was his fault, Hasan. I would love for you to explain that. I have a feeling you'll say it's never their fault, but you won't explain how it is their fault. I guarantee you won't do that.
We used to be a proper...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ethan is a Jew. That's about the worst thing he's done.
Country. Hasan's biceps, we still talk about you.
I'm sorry that you can't stop fapping when you see my ginormous
biceps, okay? That's a you problem, bitch.
Yeah, I know I'm different, I'm one of a kind. I took off on bitches and left.
I would like to remind you, Hasan is on steroids. Hasan is on many different supplements, and I would like to remind you that I outbench Hasan. Easily, by the way. Hasan's max bench is 285 pounds, minus 290. Hasan's most reps on 225 is 8. I rep 11. So yeah, I know a lot of people want to believe that Hasan Piker is like this genetic freak, but in reality is every bit of him is just optics. I can outbench Hasan very easily, by the way. It's on my Twitter. Check it out if you want. Anyways.
From behind, how do you hate me if I'm on your mind? Sending me messages ain't Valentine. Bitches is messy.
And what's crazy is like he has all these muscles via the use of like steroids and supplements. He looks, I'm not gonna lie, he looks good. I feel like I look like just like a normal guy, right? I'm a normal guy with normal arms. But like this dude, he puts everything into how he looks. And he's weak as fuck. It took me 8 months to be able to outlift this guy on every single lift. Squat, bench press, deadlift, curls. Every single lift Hasan can do, I can do more. And Hasan's entire gimmick is, look at how good I look. Bro, he is literally all image. Underneath the hood, there is no engine whatsoever.
But I'm petty, don't got it.
Yeah, Ozempic and TRT, absolutely. Well, no, it's not TRT. It's he takes Ozempic. I think it's actually no, he takes something bigger than that. It's a peptide. He takes tirzepatide, which is an enhanced form of Ozempic, and he's on steroids. That way he can look the way he does. But once again, it is truly all optics. There is no power underneath the hood whatsoever.
Edit, check the Getty. I keep it real, I keep it sexy. Caliper back up before
God
they address
damn.
me. Pros do all of that typing, but never once did I get pressed.
It's so embarrassing.
Back then they go.
And the other crazy thing about Hasan is his arms are incredibly short. And the reason why that is because his parents created him, because Hasan is a product of incest. Yes, in case you don't know, his parents are actually first cousins. Yeah, his arms are incredibly short and his head is incredibly small. So he actually has an easier time bench pressing. With every advantage Hasan has on bench pressing everybody else, I still outbench him. It is very embarrassing.
All right. I'm sorry that you fucking can't stop fapping when you see my ginormous fucking biceps, okay? Okay. You got it. Here, I'll give you a little taste, okay? I'll give you a little fucking taste. God damn, dude. Can you secretly go twink before you get back to China? I'm never going to be able to go twink. I want to, but I'll never be able to get twinked.
Well, sorry you all had to see what I consider to be one of the most unwatchable streamers of all time. I can't even make commentary to make that segment look less uncomfortable. But if you want to give someone a reason to not watch this guy, go no further than just recommending them watch his day-to-day stream. This guy is a absolute fuck. I love Hasan Piker. Jesus Christ. I want to fucking vomit after that.